Pakistani newsrooms are now being told what to publish and what not, and it's coming straight from the establishment. It is a matter of two brotherly countries in the Gulf. Hello and welcome to The Print. My name is Debdutta, and in this episode of Go to Pakistan, we discuss on why the Pakistani military asked prominent newspapers to pull off their coverage on the Saudi-UAE conflict in Yemen. An investigation by US-based Dropsite News has revealed that the ISPR, which is the media wing of the Pakistani army, had allegedly sent out a message to local media last week to cut down on their reportage on the sensitive dispute between UAE, Saudi, and Yemen. They even put screenshots of how Express Tribune, a prominent English daily in Pakistan, had pulled back their entire coverage on the issue. Now, tensions between the Gulf neighbors center on Yemen. The clash between two countries began after Saudi-led coalition forces attacked the Yemeni port of Mukalla, which is backed by UAE. Saudi said it was targeting a UAE-linked weapons shipment that was headed towards the Yemeni separatists, the Southern Transitional Council. Now, the Southern Transitional Council, or STC, had earlier launched an offensive against the Saudi-based troops in early December. The Saudi coalition was formed in 2015 to fight Yemen's Houthi rebels. The UAE had joined the coalition that year, but had then pulled most of its troops out in 2019. After the Mukalla strike, which did not cause any casualties, Yemen's Saudi-backed leader Rashad al-Alimi cancelled a defense agreement with the UAE and ordered the Emirati forces to leave within 24 hours. Saudi Arabia supported al-Alimi's demand and called on the UAE to withdraw its forces and stop backing any armed group in Yemen. UAE denied all these allegations. Now, Pakistan has key relations with both countries. According to Pakistani analysts, the reason why Pakistan is treading cautiously around the conflict is because Field Marshal Asim Munir has tried hard to cultivate good relations with both countries and wants to play a balancing act. In a video on this, Pakistani journalist Shahbaz Gill said that Pakistan's stake in the Gulf crisis is not abstract. Saudi Arabia is Pakistan's largest source of foreign remittances and a crucial oil supplier. More than 2 million Pakistanis live and work in the kingdom. In September 2025, the two countries had signed a landmark defense pact under which aggression against one would be treated as an attack against both. On the other hand, Qatar hosts key diplomatic channels with the Afghan Taliban, thus placing Pakistan in a delicate balance. Dropsite, meanwhile, had earlier also reported that the recent December visit to Pakistan by UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, also known as MBZ, was tied less to diplomacy than to a Hubara bustard hunting, which is a controversial pastime of Gulf royals that involves transporting falcons, vehicles, and large support teams into Pakistan's deserts. Now, hunting them is officially banned in Pakistan, but the fact that MBZ had gone for hunting was then accepted by the Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar in his year-end press conference as well. Now, Pakistan would want no negative reportage involving both countries, and therefore the rupture of relations between the Gulf countries has had an effect on journalism in Pakistan. While Express Tribune initially reported on tensions in the Gulf, those articles went missing from its website the next day. It was only Dawn that continued to report on the matter, but even that was selective. The paper reported a Pakistan Foreign Office statement that expressed regret over violence in Yemen and Pakistan's opposition to unilateral steps that could escalate conflict or undermine regional stability. It also reported on a telephone conversation between Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif and Mohammed bin Salman, the Saudi Crown Prince, followed by a meeting between the Saudi envoy and the Prime Minister in Islamabad. Express Tribune and other outlets also followed a similar pattern. Now, as the news of a reporting gag spread, questions were raised on press freedom and foreign policy narratives in Pakistan. Meanwhile, Waqas, who is a journalist with Dropsite News, had on 29th December in a separate tweet also reported that the Pakistani military had allegedly also sent anti-Qatar talking points to the Pakistani media. In his tweet, he claimed that the military's message had apparently called out Qatar's dubious diplomatic neutrality and had accused the Qatar-run Al Jazeera of biased reporting when it comes to Pakistan. Pakistan's Ministry of Information and Broadcast was not having any of it and it pushed back, calling this a disinformation tactic. The IB ministry instead accused Indian media outlets as well as anti Pakistan accounts on Twitter of circulating an AI generated fake document which said that ISPR had issued these talking points. According to the IB ministry, the claims by the Pakistani journalist rested on a single screenshot which lacked any letterhead, signature, date, or official markings. Moreover, they said that no Pakistani newspaper or television channel had reported such a leak and called it a deliberate disinformation campaign aimed to sow discord between the Gulf states and Pakistan. Waqas, on his part, chose to respond with a LOL, clarifying that he is a Pakistani and not an Indian and that he had merely shared material already circulating among journalists. In a battle between the two Gulf states, it is Pakistani media that is bearing the brunt of aggressive diplomacy. This is Debdutta for ThePrint. Keep watching for more such videos.